Yo, what is up, guys? XRP is at $1.10 right now in CoinMarketCap. Our first tweet comes from Ripple City. Just in, less than 420 minutes until DTCC begins live tokenization, with Ripple Prime already inside the room. Our next tweet comes from Ripple XRP. Trump's son says there isn't a true replacement for XRP. He argues there isn't a single function in today's banking system that XRP can't handle. Let's watch this video.
Lawfare, and that's what opened my eyes. I mean, I'm a hard asset guy. My entire life has been building real, hotels, golf courses, real estate buildings, right, commercial buildings, etc. That's what I've done. If there's anybody's eyes who shouldn't have been open to the world of cryptocurrency, it was mine. Other than I realized the power that these banks had, and I realized how they were exerting that power, and they were canceling businesses all over our country. It was political. It was forced. They were targeting people that they didn't like. It wasn't fair. And then you realize that there's not a single thing that those banks do that can't be done better, cheaper, more efficiently, faster on blockchain. I mean, why is it that the modern financial system runs 9 to 5 Monday through Friday? Why is it, Maria, that if you want to go get a loan and you've been banking with a certain bank for 30 years, it would probably take you 100 days to go do it, and you'd be filling out antiquated paper forms? It doesn't make sense, right? And again, that's why I fell in love with crypto. And I truly believe that Bitcoin is one of the greatest stores of value, immediately liquid, an unbelievable hedge against real estate, and something we're really excited.
Smash that subscribe button and hit that like button if you believe XRP will reach $3 again this year. Our next tweet comes from Crypto Barbie. Ripple Prime is already deeply integrated into key divisions of the DTCC, the backbone of US capital markets. A new chapter for real-world tokenization begins in a few hours, and XRP is right at the heart of it. Our next tweet comes from Good Evening Crypto. New Clarity Act coming before August 7th. Senate Banking Committee member Kevin Cramer thinks it's possible. Does Clarity get signed in 2026? XRP, comment below and follow for more. Let's watch this video.
A couple of other things that I know you're familiar with.
Well, we thought it was easy to pass housing, right? I mean, we thought it was easy to pass the Clarity Act. What about the Clarity Act missing its proposed July 4th deadline? It passed the House almost a year ago. It's been held up in the Senate as well, Senator. Is that going to pass soon? We just spoke with the head of the CFTC, and he says we're close to the finish line, but it feels like deja vu again on that.
Well, it does. The Clarity Act is a little, we did pass it out of the committee, as you know, out of the Banking Committee with Democratic votes, but even the Democrats that voted for it in committee won't vote for it on the floor unless a couple of things are straightened out, one of them being some of the ethics language, which I think, by the way, Democrats are insisting on simply because Donald Trump's the president and because he's successful at business, which is bizarre to me. I mean, if we punished every president who was successful at something and said they can't legislate, if they're a farmer like Jimmy Carter, they can't sign a farm bill. I mean, Hoover was in the mining business, for crying out loud. There are lots of potential conflicts, but it's all about Donald Trump in this case. I think there are a couple of those things. That's something that the White House is going to have to work out with Democrats, quite honestly. It's between them. And if the CFTC commissioner chair thinks that we're close, it may be something. There may be something that we know that he knows that we don't know. So I'm still hopeful for clarity. The good thing about clarity, Maria, is both sides do want to do it. They do want to have good legislation along, the issue, obviously, of cryptocurrency, and we need to.
Well, time is running out. Going into the midterms, we'll be watching. Senator, great to see you this morning. Thank you.
Our next tweet comes from Amon YX. Huge news. Senator Cynthia Lummis has just confirmed that the Clarity Act will pass with strong support from Democrats. XRP, let's watch this video.
Major bill designed to create a clear regulatory framework for digital assets could soon be heading to the Senate floor for a full vote in less than 2 hours. The Senate Banking Committee's markup process on the Clarity Act set to begin. Republican Senator Cynthia Lummis is here, and she's the author and champion of that bill. She sits on the Senate Banking Committee as chair of the Digital Assets Subcommittee. Good morning to you. Sounds like we're here. It's going to happen.
That's a fact. We've been working for over 9 months with Democrats trying to get this bill ready for today. It provides a regulatory framework that currently doesn't exist in the digital asset world. It's the Wild West out there. And that allows fraudsters to operate without a regulatory framework to respond to their illicit activity. It also allows legitimate players to set up shop overseas because they do have regulatory frameworks. This is a way to bring this industry into the fold into the United States, make it strong, robust, and serve the American consumer.
Our next tweet comes from Crypto Barbie. Breaking: US President Donald Trump has again called on the Senate to pass the Clarity Act in honor of Senator Lindsey Graham. Our next tweet comes from XRP3. We've waited years for this. It's actually happening. Let's watch this video.
Well, it's taken us virtually every day for the last 10 months to get this bill in the condition it's in today, and we're ready. So we will be introducing in the next few days. We're going to be in session now for 4 straight weeks. It's very important that we get this bill across the finish line before the August recess begins, so we can make the markets aware of the stability that will be provided to them if they remain onshore in the United States to do business. This is a pivotal time for the industry, and we want to meet their needs. We also want to meet the needs of law enforcement with regard to preventing illicit finance and provide consumer protections. We think we've accomplished that goal with this bill. It's been arduous, but we're ready for prime time.
Absolutely. So is it fair to say this bill will be on the Senate floor the week of July 20th?
Well, I expect it'll be that week, but considering the important things that we have to deal with in these 4 weeks, Senator Thune will make the final decision about which week to bring clarity to the floor. We're voting today on the motion to proceed to the National Defense Authorization Act, and as you know, we've got issues with Save America to deal with and other things as well. But Senator Thune is well aware of the importance this bill provides for market stability for digital assets. So I think he'll schedule it this 4-week period.
Our next tweet comes from the Crypto Squire. When clarity arrives, XRP leads. Our next tweet comes from Bitcoin Magazine. Justin, CFTC chair on passing the Clarity Act. We're so close. We have to get this done. It's absolutely critical that we have a federal standard for crypto assets. Let's watch this video.
We're so close. We have to get this done. It's absolutely critical that we have federal standards for crypto assets. And right now, we've dealt with a patchwork of state laws and regulations, and it's really been bad for business here in the United States. We want to get this done so that we have certainty, clarity, and consumer protection. Should be a bipartisan issue. We've got to get it across the line.
I mean, is it that the Democrats are stopping the progress because of ethics issues and trying to get specific language in there about President Trump and his family in crypto?
Well, there's certainly some mission creep beyond what's really critical here. We want to set standards and protect consumers, protect investors, and that's something that Democrats and Republicans should be able to get behind. I do think there's a little bit of this creep into ethics and other types of extraneous issues, and they're just derailing this real opportunity to have a bipartisan bill in place. Otherwise, you end up with regulators like me writing all the rules, and I'm sure all the Democrats would prefer to get something in place that's bipartisan.
Our next tweet comes from Bit for Coins. If you see this video, congratulations, you are not too late. XRP the standard in 1 minute. Let's watch this video.
Hi, I'm Brad Garlinghouse. I'm here for my second Crypto in a Minute here at XRP Las Vegas. So we're doing something special to make it XRP in a minute. I'm Brad Garlinghouse, and I'm back for XRP in a minute. What makes XRP unique? I'm going to go way back in time and talk about the earliest inventors of XRP Ledger who had been contributors to the core of Bitcoin. And they saw in that an opportunity to build something specialized and specific and unique to really solve a payments problem. And so what makes XRP so unique is its speed, settling transactions in 3 to 5 seconds, its cost, extremely low cost, fractions of a penny per transaction, and its scalability, now having completed over 4 billion transactions. You add in that with a special dash of an incredible community around XRP, what I like to call the XRP family. Sometimes we're going to be the XRP army, depending on what's going on. But you put those things together and you include the longevity of this blockchain, you have something special and unique that is poised for great success in the years ahead.
Our next tweet comes from Ripple. The Clarity truck is back in DC. Keep an eye out today and tomorrow. Our next tweet comes from digital asset investor. BlackRock can't talk about XRP. R3 can't talk about XRP. Elon Musk can't talk about XRP. They can all talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. I predict one day they're all talking about XRP. Lock in. Let's watch this video.
How about an XRP ETF? I know you got Ether out there. How about XRP? Can you answer that?
I can't. And you don't want me to.
I do.
Well, I can't.
All right. They're giving me the rap. Thank you.
Given how punitive the SEC has been towards crypto under this administration, do you envision the XRP ledger being incorporated into the financial institutions in the future?
Well, I certainly cannot speak to any specific crypto, but you know, I do think that the sort of cryptocurrency is an interesting and probably valuable bulwark against a centralized control. So, you know, this is definitely not an endorsement or lack of endorsement for XRP, but I do think crypto, by its very nature, it helps with individual freedom.
You still working with Ripple at all as a company? I know that there was, some extracurricular, activity that was working its way through the courts, but and it's since been resolved. But I'm curious if there's ongoing discussions, since one of their primary focus is on the interbank settlement component that you're also touching.
So, frankly, Ripple's probably the only topic I can't talk about. I just don't talk about it. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
Our next tweet comes from Bitcoin Magazine. Just in, Senator Cynthia Lummis tells Fox the Clarity Act is ready for prime time and expects a vote within the next 4 weeks. Let's watch this video.
Welcome back. Well, the Clarity Act facing a make or break moment in the Senate. The Senate now has until August 7th to get it done. The House passed the legislation almost a year ago, and the August recess is right around the corner. Senators are expected to leave on August 7th for the August recess. The House is leaving on July 24th. Joining me now is Wyoming Senator Cynthia Lummis. She is the chairwoman of the Senate Digital Assets Subcommittee. Senator, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining me.
You as well, Maria.
What's your take? Your Digital Asset Market Structure Clarity Act would create a regulatory framework, establish new SEC disclosure rules for certain tokens, provide greater clarity for the crypto industry, and the bill seeks to expand law enforcement tools to combat crypto-related crime by applying anti-money laundering and sanctions rules to crypto exchanges, but you can't get it over the finish line. What's the problem?
Well, it's taken us virtually every day for the last 10 months to get this bill in the condition it's in today, and we're ready. So we will be introducing in the next few days. We're going to be in session now for 4 straight weeks. It's very important that we get this bill across the finish line before the August recess begins, so we can make the markets aware of the stability that will be provided to them if they remain onshore in the United States to do business. This is a pivotal time for the industry, and we want to meet their needs. We also want to meet the needs of law enforcement with regard to preventing illicit finance and provide consumer protections. We think we've accomplished that goal with this bill. It's been arduous, but we're ready for prime time.
Absolutely. So is it fair to say this bill will be on the Senate floor the week of July 20th?
Well, I expect it'll be that week, but considering the important things that we have to deal with in these 4 weeks, Senator Thune will make the final decision about which week to bring clarity to the floor.
Real quick, if this helped, press the like button. It tells YouTube to show this to people who want the truth, not hype. And press the subscribe button if you're done being sold the moon. I've already got your next one right here. Go.